my name is Celeste Escutia. I'm partnering with Erwin Alvarez and Jason Martinez. Our company F is called LACEUP, and we are Industry 1. Our strategic vision here at LACEUP is to be the top selection in footwear for all individuals by providing high quality and high performance products. Our goal is to provide our customers with the best footwear experience by utilizing only the best materials for our products. We strive to empower not only our employees and our customers, but also society and the environment as a whole through our charitable and green efforts. Our competitive strategy when it comes to the branded sector is a year-to-year strategy. We chose a year-to-year strategy over one strategy over a long period of time or over several years because we believe this is what is best for our company. A year-to-year strategy consists of analyzing data throughout the year. We believe that customers' wants are always changing. They could want better designs, lower prices, lower shipping, better production, and things like this. So what we do is we analyze our data at the end of the year, and we choose the factors that we feel are the most important, and then we apply these into the new year. For the most part, our strategy from year to year really focused on having low prices, and this is why we had low prices in our wholesale and low prices online. Although we did experience a small increase in year 12 to 13 online, but then after year 13, we kept decreasing our prices steadily. We also did have a focus in North America and Europe, Africa when it comes to sales and production because we saw the highest demand in sales in these areas and the best production rates here as well. We did favor our branded sector over our private label greatly because we saw better sales in this sector. And when it comes to our marketing, we had numerous celebrity endorsements. And our competitive strategy when it came to the private sector was also a year-to-year strategy like we had in the branded sector. But the main purpose of our private sector is to get rid of the excess production after we met the demands of our branded sector because that's where we focused our sales. Like I said, this was not the main source of our sales, but our overall strategy was to keep our costs low so we could keep our prices low and our goods low as well.
Hello, my name is Erwin Alvarez, and I will continue this presentation by talking about annual total revenues for LACEUP. An overall assessment for total revenues for this company in Industry 1 can be consistent growth as shown in this graph from year to year. This can be because of our ability to avoid accruing debt, which kept us from having to pay additional interest payments. The exception can be in year 13, in which LACEUP experienced a negative 7.6 decrease in comparison to from year 12 to year 13, which resulted in about $20,000. And this can be mainly explained because of our decisions to make upgrades to our Asia Pacific plant in order to make them more efficient and productive. We also decided to begin construction in Latin America to increase our capacity, our building capacity, and avoid using overtime due to our increased demand in our products. We decided to go with Latin America because of the cost effectiveness in exporting our products due to the exchange rates. Another reason why we saw a decrease in year 13 can be explained by companies increasing their SQ ratings and our inability to increase in SQ ratings, which resulted in lost market share. Moving on to earnings per share, also known as EPS for LACEUP. The overall assessment by looking at this graph can be of that of a negative trend in comparison to our investor expectations. And the main reason for this can be explained by our struggle and the high cost of increasing SQ ratings and in order to remain competitive in the industry and regain that market share. Another reason is LACEUP's inability to gain the market share of the private label sector, uh, because from year to year, because we were being outbid by other companies in the industry, um, which also had a negative effect on our EPS. As far as global market share, an overall assessment, according to this graph, we can see fluctuations from year to year, and this can with no trend whatsoever. And this can be because also the cost of increasing SQ rating in order to keep pace with the company, and our inability to regain some of that market share from the private label sector because we were being outbidded. Um, we can also explain this consistent inconsistency because we would change prices from year to year, adjust the prices from year to year of our products in order to regain some of that market share. We would decrease prices, thinking we can regain it, but we saw a negative effect in our revenues because our profit margins were being affected due to not making enough money.
Hello, my name is Jason Martinez. I'm going to be finishing this presentation off talking about our stock prices, our strategic planning exercise. I'm going to go into the competitor analysis and finally talk about our lessons learned throughout this project. First off, as you can see here in our stock prices, years 10 and 11, we were pretty consistent, pretty in line with our investors' expectations. On year 12, we skyrocketed our price, which gave us way above the expectation for our investors. And then we decided to reapproach it by gradually decreasing our prices. By year 15, we increased another spike. And finally, throughout the rest of the years, we just decreased it. This hurt us because we lost potential investments. And through years 16 and 19, we could have more investment capital to more structures and possible investments for our company. Moving on to our strategic planning exercise. As you can see, our approach was having higher quality products in order to get higher demands from consumers, and then we would increase prices. That was our main approach, but mostly we intended to have a year-to-year basic decision-making process, because we would focus on the basic consumer behavior in order to predict the future market. Regarding free shipping, we chose this approach because, as you will see in the competitive analysis, free shipping would give us an upper hand and a basic difference in our competitive market. When it comes to emphasis on celebrity investments, we wanted to create some social aspects within our product line, giving our customers basic role model type of relationship with wearing our products, and this would possibly spike an increase on consumer demands. Moving on to our competitive analysis. As you can see, Beehive Sneakers had beaten us. It was the next highest ranking. We believe that their retail prices were a bit more consumer friendly. They made critical investments that gave them an upper hand within the competitive market, and they worked more aggressively to get their product line out there. Regarding the internet segment charts here, as you can see, we had the highest SQ ratings than any other organization. Our competitive advantage was our free shipping, as said before, which was an approach that we decided to strategically in place. Our celebrity appeal, because of our celebrity endorsements, gave our internet segment competitive advantage. Finally, within the internet segment, our retail price was not as competitive in the market because of the lower prices that the other organizations offered. Regarding our wholesale segment, it was all the organizations pretty much priced theirs the same. What basically gave any sort of different advantage was the fact that other companies had more of a product line than most. Our SQ ratings, of course, gave us competitive advantage. Model availability, our services were good, and as well as our celebrity appeal, of course. Our retail outlets and retailer supporters were kind of our weakness in this market. I guess we didn't focus on the potential, the magnitude that it would create within the competitive market, giving us a disadvantage. Moving on to what we've learned throughout this business strategic game, I realized, and this, I can speak for my group by saying this, it is extremely important to understand the market that you go into. Being a shoe market and shoe product line, I did not know that there was many attention to details that would affect the market greatly. Endorsements, pricing, regions, just basic knowledge of every single part that goes into running a business. I didn't think that it would create much of a difference, but as you can see in these markets, the competitiveness can create potential loss of revenue and create a difference within the market. Spreading our products internationally with different regions, it was really important to do that, because I did not know the type of pool of customers that gives you an advantage to choose from. Consumers are able to reach these products internationally, and focusing on consumers' wants and needs was important. As we saw in our free shipping internet segment, it gave us an advantage, but as well as our services and delivery time, just basic focusing on what they're looking for within the market gives any organization a competitive advantage. And it's a lesson learned from ours. And finally, attention to our expenditures. Basically, our stock prices took a great toll on us. We lost potential investments. We could have expanded, regionally more aggressively as our competitors did. And I guess our SQ ratings were pretty much the highest, but the pricing of our products basically didn't give us as much of a competitive advantage as the others did within their market. But overall, it's a lesson learned. Congratulations to all the teams for a competitive market. Special thanks to Dr. Randell Harris for allowing us to first-handedly experience the market. And hope everybody has a good semester and happy holidays.